habla el señor Vieira. Esperamos tener una linda semana. Es una semana de días mínimos porque tenemos las conferencias del otoño. So we are so glad to be with you this week, as always. I have some announcements that I need to make that I think are going to be helpful and useful for us as we move forward. So remember, this is fall conference week this week, and then I believe it's Tuesday. Tuesday of next week is our last day, the 12th of fall conferences. So all of those days are going to be minimum days, which means school ends at 1 p.m. Maybe some of you are happy. That's okay. Those are moments that we get to, our parents and teachers get to have conversations about our progress, where we've been making progress, how we've been doing really well, and then the areas of growth that we have, because we all have areas of growth, and so and how our teachers and parents are going to work together to help us make sure that those areas of growth that we can make some progress on those areas of growth. And so that's what the purpose of fall conferences is. Something else I wanted to share with you, we've been noticing that there are so many students who've been earning a lot of brag tags, and that's great. That's really good news. That means that you've been showing respect on the playground. It means that you've been including others. It means that you've been taking care of our campus. So those are some really good things to be doing, and that's kind of that's what I would expect Bixby Beaver to do. And so I am so excited for you for doing that. And so I wanted to get creative with our brag tag. So every week we do have our raffle, right? And brag tag Bruno shows up on those Fridays to make a call and call out to the school. I know some of you think it's a recording. It's not a recording. He actually comes in to make a call. And so, which is why you'll see me, walking around the campus, because I'm not him. So anyway, one of the things that he wanted me to, he and I were talking, and he thought, it would be a good idea if we did this. So for those students who have earned 5 brag tags and you're holding on to them, and you don't necessarily want to put them in the can for the raffle, what you can do is trade them in to me for an approved song, to make a song request at lunch. Okay, we can do that. Another thing that you can do is you can trade them in to be first in line for the playground line at lunch. Okay, so that's another thing you can do. So if you care so much about being first in line and having that special spot in line to go out to lunch recess, then you can trade it in to me and trade those 5 brag tags into me, and then you can earn that first spot in line. Another thing is to get moved up to the front of the line at lunchtime. That's right. So you can trade those in to me at the cafeteria, those 5, and then you can go up to the front of the line at lunch. How about that? Also, you can trade it in to have 2 or 3 friends eat on the lawn at lunch. We've been doing that. We did that before in spring, and so I want you to be able to do that again. Or you can trade them in to have you and I and a friend to have lunch with me in my office at lunchtime. How's that sound? So I would love that. Okay, so those are the 5 things those are the things that you can do if you want to trade in 5 brag tags. If you've earned and saved up 5 brag tags, you can do that to pick a song. You can do it to be the first in line to the playground. You can do it to be the first in line to lunch. You can trade them in to bring to have 2 or 3 friends eat on the lawn, or you can bring them to me to have lunch with me, you and a friend. Okay? Great. Like to see what happens. Also, this is a message for my third through fifth graders out who take their snacks out at recess time. Remember that there are special trash cans designated for your snack wrappers. So I really appreciate that you're using the trash cans and not just letting them fly in onto the playground. Um, and just make sure that you use the appropriate trash cans for that. And my friends in first and second grade, I know that you eat on the maps on the playground. One of the things that we want to remind you is to do not leave any of your trash on the maps or on the floor. Make sure that you walk it over to a trash can, and then you can go play, or you can come back and eat some more snacks or whatever it is that you're doing. Hang out with your friends, but do not leave your trash on the floor or on the ground. Miss Jackson's been telling me that sometimes she shows up at lunchtime and sees a lot of trash out there, and we don't want to take away that privilege of you having snack on the playground. Okay? So make sure that you do a good job of cleaning up after yourselves. The adults shouldn't have to clean up after you. If you bring out a snack, that's your responsibility. So make sure that you're responsible and throw away your trash. Thank you. Another message I want to share with you is that I want you to know that our gates and our fences are so that our school can be safe, and our school can be safe from people trying to come in, and then also safe from you going outside. Okay, especially during the day when you're supposed to be in here. So I just want to remind you that we do not touch the fences. Don't touch the fences, the gates. Those are not for you. So stay away from those areas. There's plenty of places to go. You have plenty of places to play. The playground is enormous for you to go play. Please stay away from the gates and the fences. I don't need you to be over in those areas, because I want to make sure that you are safe all the time. And then finally, if you are someone who likes to explore the locks from our gates, what doesn't belong in them are little sticks. So do not put twigs in the locks, because that's also a safety concern. If we're trying to, in an emergency, have to access a gate, and we can't open that lock, because you're sticking little pieces of twigs or sticks into those locks, we can be in real danger. So do not put anything inside the locks. As a matter of fact, I just told you, stay away from the gates. Do not go near the gates. And so at lunchtime, I know that we're going to be supervising those areas extra closely, so that you're not away from there. And you've already experienced some of that. We've been moving you away from the gates. And then at recess, teachers, I'm also going to ask you to help supervise in those areas. Just blow your whistle at students if you see them near the gates. Move them away from there. All right? We want to make sure that you're safe. We want to make sure that our whole campus is safe as well. And so we just need you to make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do for that. And finally, speaking of safety, in the mornings between 7:30 and 7:57, there is only one place you should be. I want you to think about where that is. Actually, I'm not being totally honest. There's two places you can be between 7:30 and 7:57. One of those places is the cafeteria, right? You can be in the cafeteria between those times. If you are eating with a parent and you're a first through fifth grader, you can eat on the outside lunch benches. But if you're by yourself, then you go into the cafeteria. And then my TK and kindergarten students can eat in the cafeteria as well with their parents. The other thing is that I've noticed as I'm walking around in the mornings, as the other teachers are helping and the rec staff are helping keep our campus safe, we're noticing that there are some students who love to put their things down first by the door at their line, which is fine. That's okay. That's not what's important to us as the adults. But what is important to us as the adults is that you are safe and that you are being supervised, that you are in a place that can be taken care of in case of an emergency. Okay? And the places where we do have supervision are on the playground and in the cafeteria. So if you're near the door of your classroom, that is not where you're supposed to be because you're not being supervised there. Well, my mom and dad that's fine. They can be there. But you need to be on the playground. You're not to be by the doors. Also, especially by the 3000 and the 2000 buildings. So if you're a first grader or a second and third grader, we need you on the playground. Fifth and fourth graders, same for you. The 5000 building, I need you over on the playground. And that's on the other side of the red line. It's not on the grass side of the red line. It's on the blacktop side of the red line. That's where you're supposed to be. So if you're found over by those buildings, you're going to have a talking to. So make sure that you stay over on the playground side of the red line, not on the lawn side or the garden side of the red line. Got it? Good. And you can be in the cafeteria too. That's another place where you can be. All right. Well, let's have a wonderful week. It's a minimum day week, and it's going to be a blast. We're gonna have such a good week this week. I'm counting on you making the right choices to be respectful, to be inclusive, and then also to make sure that we keep our campus safe and taken care of. All right. See you around.